Okay, you guys, I am back. I have a few more plants that I need to propagate or to pot up that have been propagating in water. I have the Cebu Blue. I have a philodendron. Um, I believe it's Silver Stripe. I have some Syngoniums that I want to pot up. I have a Maranta. I also have this Adansonii. Is that Adansonii? Tetrasperma. Um, I have some Peperomia Hope here. I have a lipstick plant. Some more Peperomia Hope I'm going to pot together. I have another lipstick plant that is falling out of the water. Okay. I have this. Um, I think it's like a succulent or cactus plant that a family friend gave us and or gave me, and I have this very well rooted string of hearts. And this Curtitii, I think I'm going to just pot up in with the mother plant. But I don't think I'm going to do that on camera. So that's a look of everything. I have my two trays set up. I have my trash can, some Myco for the roots, some Super Thrive for the water. I have my potting mix here ready, some nursery pots, some cactus soil there, my watering can, measuring tape to tell you the size of the pots, some alcohol in that bottle. Actually, it's not hydrogen peroxide, it's alcohol, to clean out my shears in between plants. So, and over here to the side of me, I have my chunky perlite for the bottom drainage holes. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna set you up on my tripod and we can get started. Okay, guys, so I grabbed some other sizes of nursery pots in case I need those sizes. Um, Now let's go ahead and do this silver stripe philodendron. So this is what it's looking like. As you can see in the water, there are lots of roots. So I'm going to take it out of here and we can see what we are working with. So I use these orchid clips on here. Also, I do want to say thank you so much for joining me on these, taking care of my propagations here and potting them up. I really do appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope that you enjoy the videos that I'm putting out. If you have any video ideas that you'd like to see, look at these roots, you guys. Woo! Beautiful roots. Beautiful. And again, I will be reusing that water to water in these propagations after they're potted up. If you have any video ideas that you'd like me to film, let me know. I will show you these individually here. Yeah, let me know down in the comments what kind of videos are you looking forward to seeing from me, or do you prefer to watch that has a cute little new growth there. These look like they have rooted very well, and I just root my plants in water. I prefer to watch the roots grow and new growth. Um, and sometimes I will put a drop or two of Super Thrive in the water, but most of the time I don't. I do use um, rooting powder on the cut ends of my propagations because I do put them directly into water after I cut them. Most of these have new growth, which is awesome. If you have any other questions, let me know. Looks like this leaf detached from one of the cuttings, so it doesn't have a node, which is a shame because that's a beautiful leaf there. Okay, I'm trying to be gentle here so we have less breakage. But these are looking fantastic, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up through this. So I have 17 cuttings, and then I have this one. I guess this is the one that the leaf fell off, but it looks like it has a new growth there and it has roots. So I'm just going to pot that up after I do all of them into one of the pots and see if it grows a leaf. So I'm going to do about 5 cuttings or so in each pot. So I'm going to move these aside. So I'm going to speed up through this part where I'm setting up the pots. So I have my bunch. I'm going to use my orchid clips again to hold my bunch together while I am potting. And I'm going to grab the roots, make sure they're tucked in there, and twist around in the pot. In the pot they go. And put some Myco into the roots. And then we can backfill. I hope you guys are having a great week. My kids are on their first full week of school. Um, I have two kids. I don't want to get too personal because they might not want me to share some of the stuff, but they're liking school so far. The year has just started. So, do you have any kids? Do they go to school? Are you homeschooling? I know some people after COVID decided to homeschool their kids, and for whatever reasons, um, decided to continue to homeschool their kids. Some people just weren't comfortable to have their kids start school back up again after COVID. I have to say, I was a little bit leery about it as well at first, but I did allow my kids to go back to school once they could. Of course, with precautions at first. Alright, I'm going to leave the clip there until after I'm done watering it in. Well, that's going to be a beautiful plant. Let's work on the next one. Look at these roots. Crazy. I don't know how I'm going to get them all in here. Okay, Micah. And backfill. Oops. I have to use my clip. So that's our second silver stripe. And we're going to do another one. I think I'm going to go up in size for this one. This is 4.5 inch pot versus a 3.5 inch. I think I have too much soil in there. Let's dump some of that. So that is her all potted up, and I will water them in, and I'll be back for the next plant. Okay, so I think because I have so much of the Cebu blue, we're going to leave that for last, and we're going to do the Syngonium. So I have 3 jars of propagations for the Syngoniums. So let's look at their roots. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8 cuttings, and I'm just going to pot them all up together in this 4.5 inch pot. I'm going to reuse that water to water it in. Now, I'm putting so much in the same pot because Syngoniums like to be a little snug. They don't need a whole lot of soil. In my experience, They like to be a little bit more root bound and snug in their pots. So I'm going to probably need to up pot this fast, but I want to make sure that this plant adjusts to the pot and grows nice and big and full before I pot her up in another pot. Put some micro in there. So once she gets watered in and perks up, she's going to look beautiful. And she is all done. So the next plant we're going to pot up is this Maranta here. As I am spilling because I overfilled that cup. So I only have one cutting in here. She is very well rooted. And I think that this 3.5 inch nursery pot will be great for her. So that's what we're going to do. Look at how beautiful she is. I don't know if these leaves will rot if I pot them in, so I'm going to just pull them off because they have a little crisping anyways. So the bottom 3 leaves. Oh no! I damaged her, you guys, so I'm just going to snip it here. It's actually a really bad call of mine. And I'm going to try not to worry about that. I'm going to snip it here. And we're just going to put some micro in there. I'm going to snip these 2 leaves off as well. So that is my Maranta. Hopefully she will do okay, even though I pulled off those leaves. and damaged her stem a little bit. She still has a lot of roots, so she should bounce back with no problems. Hopefully, fingers crossed that I didn't just kill her. All right, so I'm going to water her in, and I will be back with our next plant. For my next plant, I'm going to do this one. I think it's called Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, or some people call it the mini monstera. So let's pull her out and check out her roots. Look at her roots, you guys. She has a yellow leaf here because it kind of snapped. Let's see if that has roots or any growth. It has a new growth coming there. So I'm just going to pot her up just like that with that yellow leaf. This one has nice size roots. This one has a nice size root. Wow. Big old chunky roots. I think these roots are like attached to each other. Wow. They do not want to let go of each other. Okay. So we have, one 2-leafer. Another one, nice size roots. 1-leafer, nice size roots, attached to the other one. Has new growth. I think these are going to do great. None of the stems feel rotted. They feel good. Let's see. Yep, all the stems feel good, so I'm going to just pot all these up together. This might be a bit much for this plant, but I think it's a vigorous grower. So I think she will be just fine in this pot, which is, I believe, a 6.5-inch pot. 6-inch. So 6-inch pot. Let's go ahead and fill it up. This plant, I actually got these cuttings from my mom's mother plant. I was so excited that she let me cut it. I do share plants with her, and I give her propagations and plants. Not propagations, because she normally wants me to pot them up. So I do give her new plants all the time. So, and I sometimes go to her house and take care of some plants for her. So, or her plants for her. So I was happy that she let me do that. I guess that's her repaying me. Thank you so much, Mom. Muchas gracias, Mami. Está bella y va a crecer bien bonita. So I think it was long overdue, and I can't wait to see her grow. So I'm going to water her in, and we're going to work on the next plant. Okay, for my next plant, we're going to need to use my succulent mix, cactus and succulent mix. I might also add, it's very dusty, I might also add some regular potting soil with that, my foxthorn mix. And the next plant is going to be this beautiful Peperomia Hope. And you see how they have very thin fibrous roots. So I have a few cuttings of that. I'm going to grab the others. Here's the other one. This one has teeny tiny roots, but it'll be okay. And this is the last one. So 3 cuttings, very little roots. I think this might be too much. Let's go smaller. I have these cute little tiny 2-inch nursery pots, and I think that'll be perfect for these 3 cuttings or 4 cuttings. So that way we don't worry about any root rot. I do want to still put some perlite in there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a scoop of the foxworm here and a scoop of the cactus mix. Maybe 2 parts cactus mix. And go ahead and put some of that in there. And the reason I am mixing these two is because I feel that this plant does not like to sit in water for too long. It will rot out. In fact, I'm going to make sure that the stem is okay, feels okay. I am going to sprinkle some Myco in there. Because I have rotted out so many of these propagations from soil that holds too much moisture. I'm going to have to find a cute little pot to put her in to keep her from toppling over because of her vines. And that is our peperomia propagation. She's going to be her own big plant. So I'm going to water her in, and then we will be back with our new plant. Next plant is this lipstick plant variety. I forget what she's called. I'll put it on the screen. But I will show you what her roots look like. She's just like the peperomia hope. They have very thin, fibrous roots. And she also doesn't like to be overwatered. So I'm going to mix the Fox Farm again with the cactus mix for her. But for her, I am going to use this size pot. And for her, I'm going to probably use more of the Fox Farm than the cactus mix. So that's 3 scoops. This is a beautiful plant. She's like a succulent. She will tell you when she needs water. Her waters will get wrinkly when she needs more water. And she also does not like to sit in water too long, just like a succulent. They will rot out. This is my lipstick plant. I'm going to water her in, and I'll be back with the next plant. For my next plant, I have this plant here. I believe this is a type of cactus. She flowers at night. I don't know what she's called. If you know, please let me know in the comments. But she has some nice roots growing in there, so I thought it was time to pot her up. Um, a family friend gave me that one, and I'm really excited to see what she turns out to look like. So for this one, again, I think I'm going to mix the Fox Farm with the cactus mix for her. I already put my perlite in the bottom. So I'm just going to grab some cactus mix there. I think I should water her in. And I'll be back for our next plant. So finally the trash truck is gone, I believe. So our next plant that we're going to work with, I got my pot ready here, is this string of hearts. And I just have it in a water bottle propagating, but she has many, many beautiful roots. So I think she's ready to be potted up. So let's go ahead and pull her out. First, I'm going to go ahead and put some soil in here. I'm going to use my regular Fox Farm soil chunky mix for this one, and a little scoop of, maybe 2 scoops of the cactus mix, and I will mix it up. If you like slow draining soil, okay, so now let's look and see what we're working with here. Some of these leaves look like they dried up. Also looks like I have some new growth that was shooting up in the bottle. These get really tangly, so I'm going to try my best to separate here and see, take out anything that looks dead, mushy. Luckily isn't a whole lot. And I think what I'm going to do is just plop this whole thing right into the pot here, although it looks like some of these strands dried up. So let's separate here. You see some dried up stems. This is not going to be fun, you guys. Okay, let me see if I can isolate the dried up stems. Okay, this one dried up. I don't know if it dried up all the way. Yes, it did. This is kind of going to be a nightmare. You know what? I think I'm just going to prop it in and hope for the best. Whatever makes it, makes it. Whatever doesn't, doesn't. Because I don't think that I can detangle all of this. That's dead. There's the stem. Is the stem all dead? The whole thing's not dead, you guys.
So I'm going to prop this back in water. Oh my gosh, let me untangle this and I'll be right back. I totally forgot to upload or to turn on the camera. And I also forgot to put microwaving in here because this plant was frustrating me. So I'm just going to sprinkle it on top. I'm not done with her. I need to add some more soil in here. Hopefully she does well. I have roots that are out of the soil. What is going on? Oh my god, I'll take care of that later. This whole thing was such a tangled mess. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to make sure that the roots that she has are actually in the soil. For example, this root. And in the soil. So I'm trying to tuck it back in. Some more Fox Farm soil along the edges here. There she is. Hopefully she will start giving new growth from the top. I don't know where that piece is. Here's the piece. Oh, I just pulled the heart off. Great. Okay. Right. This piece needs to go in there. All of this. And I'm going to cut off that end. And we are just going to try to make a hole here. Suck it in. Cover it back up. And she'll be a nice full trailing plant for someone. She's tangled again already. Can you believe it? I'm going to water her in, and then I will be back with our next plant.
You guys, the last plant that I have here, let me clean this up while I'm talking to you. Last plant I have to propagate here is the Cebu Blue. And I have 3 full cups of this plant. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 1 cup for 1 pot, or 1.5 cups each pot. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully all of these are rooted. Let's check them out.
Trying to get this done. Okay, that's rooted. It's nicely rooted. I'm going to go through this real quick. As quick as I can. It's rooted. This one's nicely rooted. That one is nicely rooted. And good root. Alright, so I'm going to pause you because I want you to see the craziness I got going on over here. Look at all those rooted Cebu Blues. I mean, look at that pile. Goodness. These were the couples that didn't have roots, so we'll put them in water and continue to propagate those. Let's pot these up.
So all of those came from my mother plant. She was long and trailing, but I wanted to cut her back. Why? I don't know. I just had the urge to cut her back. So I did. This is a little wet, so I'm just going to wipe this a little here. All right. So I'm thinking 2 6-inch pots. And these 6.5 inch pots should be good enough for those. They're 6 inch. Two 6 inch pots. Perfect. So I forgot to film an outro, but I'm going to pop up on the screen here a clip of where the plants are after I watered them. I put them on my shelf and they're looking great. Some of them have sold already. The other plants that didn't root are in water. And I just wanted to show you guys this. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this massive pot up of propagations with me. I enjoyed doing this. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.